All right, everybody, get ready. Formula One is about to hit a giant reset button. Today, we're going to dive deep into the absolutely massive regulation changes coming in 2026, a shakeup that's going to redefine the sport as we know it. And look, let's be super clear about this right from the get-go. What's coming in 2026? It's not just some small update. We're talking about a complete revolution. I mean, a total ground-up reinvention of what an F1 car even is and how you win a race. So that really is the big question, right? And that's exactly what we're here to unpack. We're going to break down the car, the engine, the strategy, everything really, to see precisely why 2026 is shaping up to be such a massive game changer.
Okay, so to really get a grip on all these changes, you first got to understand the why behind them. The FIA and Formula One, they're not just changing things for the fun of it. Nope, they've got a super clear vision for where the sport is heading.
And yeah, this really lays out just how ambitious they're being. The goals are basically threefold. First, they want cars that can have proper, exciting, wheel-to-wheel battles. Second, a huge technical reset that could just completely reshuffle the grid. And third, a major leap towards a more sustainable future. So how are they going to pull all this off? Well, the first thing, and the one you'll notice right away, is the car itself. You can just forget about the massive cars we have now. The 2026 car is going on a serious diet. And this table here, it just perfectly illustrates the whole new philosophy. I mean, look at this. The wheelbase gets cut by 200 millimeters, the width by 100. Now, I know that might not sound like a ton, but trust me, in the world of Formula One, that is a huge shift. We're talking about a much more nimble, compact machine. And here it is, the magic number. Minus 30 kilograms, a 30-kilo reduction in weight. You have to understand, with all the heavy hybrid systems and safety features these days, getting an F1 car to lose weight is an absolutely immense challenge for the engineers. Any team that nails this is going to have a serious performance advantage. So what does all this actually mean on the racetrack? Well, it means we get smaller, lighter cars that are way more responsive and agile. They're going to change direction quicker, which is not only going to be more fun for the drivers, but it could also, finally, dramatically improve the racing at those tight, classic tracks like Monaco, where, let's be honest, overtaking has become almost impossible. Okay, now for the really juicy part. Let's talk about what's under the engine cover, because this is the real heart of the revolution. We are officially entering a brand new era of hybrid power. Just look at that split. For the first time ever, the power unit is going to be roughly 50-50, half from the good old internal combustion engine and half from electric power. And that electrical output is getting a massive upgrade. We're jumping from about 120 kilowatts today to a staggering 350 kilowatts. That is nearly triple the electric punch. So if we dig into the details, there are two huge changes here. First, the MGUK, the part that gets energy back when the driver hits brakes, that's getting that huge power boost we just talked about. Second, and this is big for the teams, they're simplifying things by getting rid of the ridiculously complex and expensive MGUH. That was the bit that recovered energy from the turbo. And maybe most importantly, the engine itself will run on 100% advanced sustainable fuels, which is a big deal for road cars down the line too. All right, so we've covered the body of the car and the engine. What's next? Aerodynamics. And F1 is finally moving away from what was kind of a blunt instrument for overtaking and towards something way more intelligent. And here's the headline. DRS is gone. Yup, you heard that right. The drag reduction system, which has been a part of F1 since 2011, is officially being retired. That simple little flap on the rear wing, it's a thing of the past. So what's replacing it? This. Active aero. And this is a much more sophisticated idea. For the very first time, both the front and the rear wings will have parts that move and reconfigure themselves on the fly. It's all about giving the car exactly what it needs at the exact moment it needs it. So, the car will basically have two modes. When you're in the corners, the wings will be angled way up for high downforce, pushing the car into the track to get maximum grip. But then, on the straights, boom, at the push of a button, the wings will flatten out, getting rid of all that drag and unlocking some massive top speeds. It's this constant trade-off, and the driver is in full control. Okay, so you've got a new car, a new engine, new aero. What does that mean for the person behind the wheel? Well, the drivers get a whole new toolkit to play with. This is where racecraft is going to evolve. Drivers are literally becoming real-time energy managers. First up, we have boost mode. Just think of this as your standard go fast button. It unleashes every ounce of power the hybrid system has. And the crucial part is, a driver can hit this button whenever they want, anywhere on the track, whether they're trying to attack or defend. Now, pay attention to this, because this clears up something that's been confusing a lot of people. Think of it like this. Boost mode is just your normal, everyday, full power. But overtake mode, that's something extra. It's a special shot of electrical energy that's designed only for overtaking. And just like the old DRS system, you can only use it when you're within 1 second of the car in front. This is the new push to pass. So let's put all the pieces together. We've got smaller cars, a 50/50 hybrid engine, active aero, and all these new strategic tools for the drivers. But what happens when you mix it all up? What does this actually mean for the sport we all love? Well, what's being promised is a genuinely electrifying new era. This huge reset could completely shake up the pecking order. A race could be won or lost purely based on how well a driver manages their energy. And for us, the fans, that means one thing: true, honest-to-goodness unpredictability. And this quote, it just says it all, doesn't it? Everything the teams have learned over the last decade, it's about to be put to the test. A team that's dominating right now could find themselves right back at square one. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has a guaranteed advantage going into this. And that leaves us with the ultimate question. With new engine makers coming in, totally new car designs, and brand new ways to race, who is going to get it right? Which team and which driver will be the one to master this incredibly complex new formula and define the next generation of Formula One?